It's Older Americans Month, and if you have an aging parent or grandparent who lives alone, we have some tips to help you and keep them safe and comfortable in their own home. Joining us now is Kazanowski from Homewatch CareGivers.
Morning.
Thanks for coming in on
My
the
pleasure.
holiday weekend.
Yep.
And so tell us a little bit, what is Homewatch CareGivers?
Well, Homewatch CareGivers is a personal care home health company. We provide caregivers that go into people's homes just to help folks out to stay safe, secure, and independent. You know, with the tsunami of aging occurring across the world, you know, guys like us that have adult parents taking care of, unfortunately my parents passed away, but the personal experience I had with my brother and I taking care of mom and dad, and I'm in healthcare, I'm a nurse by trade, and it was overwhelming for me, so I'm wondering, wow, the folks that are just out there that don't have any support whatsoever, which led me to write, you know, the book, and one of the reasons I'm the owner of Homewatch. So we provide there again caregivers that will come to people's homes, a couple hours a day to just check to make sure mom and dad's okay, all the way to live in care depending on what the family desires.
So what are some of the steps in the guide to in-home senior safety that you talk about in your book as well?
Well, there's some really obvious ones. You know, if your mom and dad are by themselves and they may have a little dementia setting in, you want to just at least stop in and check on them a couple times a week. And that may be very difficult with our mobile society, folks living far away from their kids. So looking at, and that's another role that Homewatch plays, is to pop on in, to be the eyes and ears of the parents. You know, hazards such as fire and falls are the next big one. Those are the obvious ones relative to looking at keeping people safe, secure, and independent. I mean, the falls are the leading cause of death, believe it or not, for people over the age of 65, which is amazing. So when we come in, we'll do a fall assessment, make sure there's no, obvious barriers in the way of causing people to fall. The ones that are not so obvious that people need to pay attention to is, how do you go about selecting the right company to work with? Because there are a lot of horror stories out there. I mean, I've watched their news and I've heard horror stories reported. So looking at making sure you have a company such as Homewatch that does national criminal background checks on an ongoing basis. We have a quality assurance program where we just pop in, knock on the door, to check to make sure people are okay, et cetera, et cetera. So those important features.
So we have a very few minutes, so I'm going to ask you, one, to be brief, two, be detailed as possible within about 15 seconds. Where can people get more information? How can they get your hands on the book?
Well, A Son's Journey, taking care of mom and dad, and you can see on the screen, you can call Homewatch, and our email address is The Home Care Expert, the website, so www.thehomecareexpert, and we have a safety guide on there that goes through all the information we just spoke about.
Perfect, and that's where they can get more information.
And they get more information on the book, A Son's Journey, Taking Care of Mom and Dad, is sort of a resource guide for seniors.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Thanks for
coming
in this morning.